Well, hi, and welcome to this short webinar on how to protect your retirement savings from market loss without sacrificing the opportunity for growth and income. Here's a little bit about me. My name is Damon King, and you can come back and read this to your heart's content. I mean, who can resist a wonderful bullet list biography telling you how wonderful I am and how much I know? But suffice it to say, a bunch of fancy titles and licenses aren't what tells you I know what I'm talking about. What tells you I know what I'm talking about is that I use the strategy you're about to discover every day to help give my clients peace of mind in retirement. Because I know the real reason you're watching this. And it's because you're concerned about protecting your money, or at least a portion of it. And why are you concerned? Well, you're probably concerned for the same reasons that so many of our clients and radio show listeners are. These are the most common reasons people come to us, begging to be led to a safe place to hide their money. But the number one reason, and this is for everybody that we talk to, is the fear of running out of money. In fact, retirement studies have shown over and over again that most people fear running out of money than they fear death. There's this common story out there about people fearing public speaking more than they fear death. And if given the choice between delivering the eulogy at a funeral or being in the coffin, most people would choose the coffin. Now, I'm certainly not here to suggest that you'd rather be dead than face the prospect of running out of money. But I can tell you from personal experience with clients, the fear of running out of money is very real. And it does take a toll on you physically and mentally if you're always worrying about money, and more specifically, if the next market crash is going to wipe out all of your work. But today is the day that your fear turns into hope and confidence, because in the next 15 minutes or so, you are going to discover a simple strategy that our clients are using every day to protect their money from loss in the stock market and to help them live without fear or worry in retirement. Now, who is this webinar for? Well, it's for just about anybody who wants to retire with the knowledge that their money is going to last for at least 30 years of voluntary unemployment. Because that's exactly what retirement is. You have chosen to give up a paycheck from your job in exchange for a paycheck that you have created for yourself with your retirement savings. But of course, the real question you have is, yeah, but Damon, is this for me? Me personally? And if any of these key desires are on your retirement bucket list, then the answer is yes. This webinar is for you. Now, I don't like a lot of rules in my life like most of you. I don't need somebody in my face telling me what I can and can't do. So when I do use rules, I've got a really good reason, and these rules are really designed to save you time, because if you need help getting out of debt, I'm just not the guy to help you. That's not what I do. It's not what I specialize in. And I would encourage you to go watch a debt reduction or budgeting webinar. Your time would be better spent there. If you just want to get some advice, I would say there's no need to call me, because honestly, I spend my limited amount of time giving my valuable advice to my clients. You're better off reading a book or attending a class just to get some basic information. This webinar is truly, really only for those, and it's really only going to be of value to you if you're seriously ready to protect at least $100,000 of your retirement assets. And if this isn't you, well, then I will pause here for just a few seconds to give you time to log off so that you don't waste any more of your valuable time. So if you're still watching, then I am going to assume that you have at least $100,000 to protect. And if so, you're ready to take action right now, today, to get this done. If this is you, then I can promise you that by the end of this webinar, you will discover how to decide when and how much of your money to protect, so you can be confident that another market crash won't erase years of hard work, and how this simple strategy works with your other retirement strategies, so you can create a customized plan that will generate predictable income to show up in your bank account on time every month in retirement. Now, protection of your money is really part of a larger plan. You spend most of your life accumulating wealth. Let's say you go to work at 22 after you graduate college, and then you work till you're 62. You're talking about 40 years of building wealth. But there comes a point in your life when you want to protect some of that money. You want to build a little bitty fence around some of it because you worked hard for it. You don't want to lose it all. You've been through that before. So a natural question that my clients ask is, well, Damon, how do I know it's the right time to protect my money? Well, the right time is really up to you. But here are some pretty good reasons to protect your money. Maybe your investment portfolio is riskier than you want it to be. Or perhaps you want to retire in 10 years or less, and you know that another market wipeout could push that back 15 years. But above all, the best time to protect your money is when the sky is blue and sunny. Because this right here is a really bad time to be thinking about protection. Because right here you're thinking just survive. The best time to think about how and when you're going to protect your money is when the market is calm. And you're not pressured into making a quick emotional decision, because emotional decision making when it relates to your money is really a bad strategy. Do not make financial decisions emotionally and when you feel pressured. You want to make them when you feel that things are okay and calm. Now, how much you protect, that's also a personal decision. It's based on your own personal goals, your appetite for risk. How long do you need the money to last? Now, most of our clients, they choose to protect between 25 and 33% of their money. Why not all of it? Well, because you do need balance. You need protection and growth. There are reasons why it could be a bad idea to protect too much. And remember what I said earlier, protection's part of a larger plan. And you don't want that plan to be like playing poker where you go all in on one pot. You need variety in your money by filling multiple pots, or in this case, gold buckets. And you'll see that we've got one of those buckets there called guarantee of principal. All of these buckets are designed to do something different, but that guarantee of principal bucket is designed to protect your money. But you just need to keep in mind that once something is protected, its potential for return is also lower. So you don't want to throw too much money in the guarantee of principal, just like you don't want to put too little. We would never give our clients advice to throw all of their money into a guarantee of principal bucket. So at last we come to this simple strategy that I have promised you for protecting a portion of your money. And it's one that we use all the time. It's called an indexed annuity. It's completely protected from any loss. You have the opportunity to gain moderate returns, and some of these even provide bonuses. So how does it work? Well, it's about as simple as it could be. First, you choose the amount you want to protect. You choose how long you want to protect it. You can choose terms for 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. It's really up to you. The longer you agree to keep the money in there, the more interest that you're likely to earn. Now, these gains will grow tax-deferred, which is unlike a CD or a certificate of deposit. With a CD, you earn interest every year, but that interest is taxable to you whether you use that money or not. That's not true of this indexed annuity. But the biggest benefit of an indexed annuity is that it is not an investment in the stock market, but it gets to share in market growth. How is this possible? Well, that's where the term indexed annuity comes in. It earns interest based on the performance of a market index like the S&P 500. You're probably pretty familiar with that. Basically, when the market goes up, the annuity earns money. When the market goes down, the annuity doesn't lose money. It doesn't earn anything either, but it doesn't lose anything. The worst thing that can happen with an indexed annuity is zero. You don't earn anything that year. And your gains are always locked in when they are earned. So let's consider an example. Let's say you deposit $250,000 into a 10-year annuity. Now, on this particular annuity, you're going to get a 7% bonus on your deposit. So instantly you earn $17,500. And oh, by the way, you get to earn interest on that bonus money too. So money you didn't have to do anything to get, you get to earn interest on it. Now, to earn interest on this one, you're going to earn 45% of the growth in the S&P 500 index over the next 12 months. So suppose the S&P 500 goes up 10%. You're going to earn 45% of that growth or in this case 4.5%, which means that your net gain is $12,037 because you earned 4.5% on the $267,500. It included what you put in plus the bonus. That's not too bad of a gain for a strategy that is completely protected, right? To know that, wow, I got 4.5% on money that's never going to go down, those gains are locked in immediately, that's pretty good. How about another example? This time, you put $150,000 in to a 10-year annuity. In this case, you get a 5% bonus on your money. So you're going to get $7,500 immediately. In this case, you begin earning interest when the market grows beyond 4%. It's what we call a spread or a margin. So you earn interest once the market has eclipsed 4% growth. So let's say in this example, the market goes up another 10%. If you start earning interest as soon as it goes above 4%, what's 10 minus 4? That's 6. That means you earned 6% on $157,500. Again, the money you put in plus your bonus. A 6% return on an annuity? Yes, it is possible with an indexed annuity. Now, indexed annuities often come up with some other nice features. There are multiple ways you can choose to earn interest. I've only just shown you 2. There are others. And if you don't like that option, well, guess what? You get to change your interest option at the anniversary of your policy. And we help our clients do that all the time as we're rebalancing their investment portfolios. You get to name a beneficiary. So, contrary to the incorrect belief by some so-called financial experts, the insurance company does not keep your money if you pass away. It goes to your listed beneficiaries as a death benefit. And there are some indexed annuities that even provide for some limited long-term care benefits. Now, as with all financial strategies, annuities do come with some rules. If you pull out too much money too soon, you're going to face some surrender charge penalties. Well, you know what other kinds of retirement accounts carry penalties if you pull money out too soon? Your 401k, your pension, your 403b, your TSP, your 457. All of these retirement accounts are tax-deferred accounts, and if you pull money out too soon before a certain age, you'll be penalized. So this concept of being penalized if you pull money out too soon shouldn't be a foreign one to you. All retirement accounts carry some sort of penalty if you pull money out too soon. That's just the way it works. That's why, as I said earlier, we never put any money into an indexed annuity that our clients will need soon. That's why we don't put all of our money into an indexed annuity, because we need our money to do different things. However, one little benefit here is if you do need some of this money, you need some partial liquidity, often we can access up to 10% per year in partial withdrawals, 10% of the value of the annuity. So that helps to give you a little bit of liquidity. Now, right about now, you're probably thinking, Damon, this all sounds too good to be true. What about all the bad things I've heard people say about annuities? Why should I trust you? Is this guy really serious? Well, what you've probably heard from your friends and coworkers, celebrity radio show hosts, and a lot of other people who are free to give their financial advice without any kind of license or the requirement of lifelong continuing education is, annuities are bad. Nobody makes any money on those except for the people who sell them. They're expensive. They're only for old people. Well, as I tell my clients all the time, a healthy dose of skepticism is important. It keeps you from making poor decisions before getting all the facts. But skepticism becomes just plain ignorance if you refuse to learn the truth. And the truth about indexed annuities is they're not good or bad. They're just tools. Like a hammer. If you want to drive a nail, a hammer is a really great tool to use. But a hammer is a really lousy tool for cutting a board. Indexed annuities are designed for a specific purpose, protection with moderate growth potential and tax deferral. If you're going to try to use an indexed annuity for aggressive growth with frequent access to cash, well, you're going to be really disappointed because it's completely inappropriate for those purposes. And most of the time, Talking about expensive, when we use indexed annuities, there are often no fees to our clients. Now, you take a look at variable annuities, well, those often can carry heavy fees and the potential for loss in the market. Maybe those are the kinds of annuities you've heard about. But we're talking about indexed annuities, and those usually only carry a fee if you purchase some sort of rider. And if you don't use those riders, you're not going to pay anything. You're not going to pay anything for that annuity. Now, you might ask, well, then how are you guys making any money? Well, the insurance company pays us a commission. I have no problem sharing that with you. Full disclosure, we do make money when we use an annuity as part of a person's overall retirement strategy. But you're not paying it, the insurance company is. And plenty of people are making money on indexed annuities all the time. I've got some clients that earn 10, 11% in some really good years because, remember, they're tied to market performance. But they are designed to return 4 to 5% over time. 11%, well, that's probably an aberration. But over time, you can reasonably expect to get 4 to 5%. I mean, you'd probably take 5% per year in your investment accounts, to say nothing of an account that is completely protected and is not at risk in the market at all. And as for age, well, protection of your money does not depend on age. It depends on when you want to get some of your money off the stock market roller coaster. And if that's at age 50, so be it. If that's at age 75, so be it. Now, rather than ask you to just take my word for it, I want to take a look at another quick example here that highlights how protection could have saved you in 2008. A lot of you watching right now, you lost money in 2008. You probably saw your 401k evaporate by 40, 50%. And you're just sitting there thinking, oh, if only that hadn't happened to me, look how far ahead I'd be. Well, let's take a look at this example. Suppose you had $1 million invested in the market at that time, and that your account was largely invested to mirror the S&P 500, almost exactly. Well, we know that the S&P 500 declined 38% in 2008. So that means that on your $1 million, you would have lost $380,000 in 2008, which means that your new balance at the end of that year would have been $620,000. Ouch! But let's say you had some of your money protected. And specifically, let's say you chose to protect 25% of that $1 million. Well, now you've got $750,000 invested in the stock market. And in 2008, you would have lost $285,000. That's still painful. But it's a lot less painful than losing $380,000. Now, did the protected money in the indexed annuity earn anything? No. But it didn't lose anything either, and that is the key. In fact, let's say that on that $250,000 you protected, you also earned a 7% bonus on your money. You would have made $17,500 while everybody else lost their shirt in the stock market. Then the following year, the market rebounded in 2009 by 29%. If you were all in the market, by the end of 2009, your new balance would have been $799,000. So you would have had a nice effort, a nice rebound from 2008. But if you had had that money protected, then your total balance would be $845,200. And that doesn't even include the growth you would have seen in your annuity or the bonus you would have received. Because remember, your annuity in 2009, when the market rebounded, it would have grown as well because it's tied to the performance of the market index. The point is, an indexed annuity can save you so much anguish. It can protect you, and it can give you that peace of mind that you crave when the market is extremely volatile, when it's going up and down and you are tired of riding that roller coaster. Now, at this point, you basically have two choices. There's door number one and door number two. If you choose door number one, you choose to do nothing. You keep all your money in the stock market, you worry every night if the next market crash is just around the corner, and you live with the fear of losing all your money just like you did in 2008. Or you choose door number two. You schedule some time to talk with me and our team. a group of licensed financial professionals who spend 100% of their time helping people just like you to sleep well every night, knowing that the well-being of a portion of their money is not dependent on what the stock market does. Now, if you're ready to take action, you're ready to protect your retirement, you want to stop worrying about what the market does every day and sleep well when your head hits that pillow every night, you have decided to choose door number 2. Here's what you can expect to happen next. First, you're going to apply for a second look appointment. Remember, you must have at least $100,000 to protect to qualify for this offer. When your application is approved, we will schedule a 30-minute phone call so that I can discover more about how best I can help you protect a portion of your assets from market risk. Next, I'll build a customized action plan for you so that we can protect your money and accomplish your other financial goals. And then finally, our professional team will handle all of the implementation. You won't have to lift a finger, and your journey to a stress-free retirement will just be getting started. So remember, at the conclusion of this webinar, click the Apply Now button just below this. Submit your second look application by clicking that button. And remember, my clients demand a lot of attention from me. I serve affluent, high net worth clients, so I do a lot of work for them. As a result, I don't have a lot of time each week. I have time for only 7 appointments per week. So you need to make sure you apply now so that you can lock in your appointment straight away. I can't wait to meet you. Thank you so much for watching. It's really going to be a great honor to help you rock your retirement. I'll see you soon.